JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, businessman killed, bartender injured in Upper St. Andrew gun attack. A business operator is now dead, and his female employee shot and injured from a gun attack at an Upper St. Andrew-based establishment on Thursday afternoon, June 10. The deceased has been identified as 42-year-old Guyan Simpson of a Mount James address in St. Andrew. The police reported that Simpson and his employee were at his bar and shop at Golden Spring in St. Andrew at about 1:30 p.m. when a man entered the establishment. The man ordered cigarettes from the bartender before casually greeting Simpson. The man then reportedly pulled a firearm and shot Simpson several times in the head and other sections of the upper body. The attacker then turned his firearm on the bartender and shot her in the leg and arm. The woman is now being treated at hospital. The gunman then fled the scene and is being sought by the police. Simpson was the owner of a licensed firearm, which was not taken by his killer. Mother of alleged St. James rape victim arrested. The mother of a 15-year-old rape victim has been arrested by the St. James police and is now facing charges of attempting to pervert the course of justice. The case involves 39-year-old Jason Rose, a pastor at an apostolic church in the parish, who was this week formally charged with rape. Allegations are that the victim and her mother visited the offices of the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse SOCA yesterday, June 10, intending to give a further statement to the police to say that her initial accusation of rape was untrue. However, the police said the child was interviewed in the presence of a Child Protection and Family Services Agency representative when she explained that she was being forced to give the second statement by the accused pastor, her own mother, and the pastor's wife in order for the case against him to be dropped. She was then taken to the St. James Family Court and later taken into state care for her protection. Meanwhile, her mother has been taken into police custody, where she awaits a June 16, 2021 appearance at the parish court. The St. James police have also identified Kimoy Rose as a person of interest in the matter and are asking her to visit the nearest police station by midday, June 11, 2021. Police seize 2 firearms and ammo in Trelawny. An AK-47 rifle was among 2 weapons seized along with several rounds of ammunition in an operation at Racecourse District in Trelawny today. Lawmen said that between the hours of 5 a.m. and 9 a.m., officers acting on intelligence searched an abandoned building, and the AK-47 rifle, 17 rounds of ammunition, and a ballistic vest were found. Minutes later, the police said another premises was searched and a .45 pistol was found. Additionally, 36 lead sheets with identity information of people living overseas were found. The police said no arrest was made in relation to the seizures. Cop claims self-defense in shooting. A police constable who reportedly shot a civilian after he disobeyed his order to stop last February was on Thursday offered $500,000 bail when he appeared in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court. 32-year-old Kemar Hutchinson, who was assigned to the Central Police Station, was recently charged with shooting with intent following a ruling from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. According to allegations, on February 28 at 4 a.m., Hutchinson was among a team of police on patrol on Love Lane in downtown Kingston when the complainant was spotted walking and was ordered to stop. The complainant reportedly continued walking and was shot by the accused without any lawful reason. The injured man was taken to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he was treated and released. However, when Hutchinson appeared in court on Thursday, his attorney at law, Peter Champagny, QC, disclosed during a bail application that his client had fired in self-defense. Champagny further told the court that an illegal firearm was found and that the complainant was charged in relation to the weapon and is currently in custody. Hutchinson was subsequently offered bail on condition that he report once per week to the police station nearest to his home and to surrender his travel documents with a stop order in place. Hutchinson is to return to court on September 14. Serious crimes down in Clarendon, police report. The Clarendon police are reporting that serious and violent crimes are trending down in the parish. The data revealed that we have a total of 129 serious and violent crimes reported for the period January 1 to June 5, compared to 183 for the corresponding period last year, said Superintendent in charge of operations in the parish, Christopher Phillips. He was speaking at the Clarendon Municipal Corporation's monthly meeting on Thursday. A breakdown of the statistics of the same period shows that we recorded 35 murders. Shootings and incidents of rape are down by 13%. Break-ins also declined by 20%. However, robberies are up by 7% and the larceny up by 1%. Generally, this shows an overall decline of approximately 54%, he said, noting that Clarendon has seen the greatest reduction in crime across the country since the start of the year. Noting that there were 2 murders in the parish on Tuesday, he stressed that he and his team will not become complacent, but will still push ahead with their planned operations in all areas. Trelawny Reed, a 28-year-old security guard from Shekels, was murdered along a section of the under-construction highway in Clarendon. The police are yet to identify a suspect in that case. In the second incident, Ravi Davis was shot and killed by a gunman while standing along a roadway in his community. He was 27 years old. Those 2 incidents are still under investigation. We are concerned about that incident on the highway because it's a national project, and so we are seeking to have some serious engagement with the operators to ensure that security is heightened along that stretch, Phillips said. The issue of sexual abuse of children was also on the agenda during the meeting, with Jamaica Labour Party JLP Councillor for the Mayped North Division, Tanya Williams, expressing concern about the number of children being sexually molested in the parish. I heard of a 14-year-old that was molested and is now pregnant that I need to visit. A lot of things are being said about that case, so I need to see if I can get some intervention there. I'm also concerned because so many children are at home and parents have to work, and we are seeing an increase in the number of teenage pregnancies on the rise within our space here in Clarendon, she said, adding that it was a worrying trend. Rich and ruthless. Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang has linked the continuing bloodletting in sections of St. James to educated, well-funded, and heavily armed gangsters in the parish, but he remains convinced that the security forces are prepared to take on and defeat the criminals. Up to Tuesday, St. James had recorded 76 murders since the start of this year, a shade below the 79 recorded in the St. Andrew South Police Division, which is the deadliest of the 19 police divisions across the island. But St. James has recorded a 65% increase in murders since January this year, compared to the same time last year, while St. Andrew South is just 5% above the same period last year. In an interview yesterday, Chang underscored that dealing with crime in St. James is a major issue. St. James fighting is intergang and interpersonal, and the difference between St. James and the corporate area gangs is that those in St. James are better resourced, unlike Kingston, which tends to be more like on-the-ground turf conflict, such as extortion and control of the market space, where the police presence is enough to take control, and that has happened. In fact, the corporate area murder rate is quite stable and is trending down, said Chang. We have had some flare up in central Kingston, 31 murders so far this year, up from 24 for the same time last year. But again, police operations will get that under control, declared Chang. He admitted that the police operations have not been as successful in St. James, despite effective leadership, because the gangsters tend to be well organized and have access to funding. They are quite smart, and they organize in networks, so the police presence is not enough to apprehend anybody. Secondly, they have resources, so by the time the police get there, they drive away to somewhere else and wait until the person moves, and they target people who they're in conflict with, Chang said. It's not that they're fighting over a corner where they sell drugs. They are really about conflicts from disputes in their own economy. So if a man steals somebody's gun or they steal his money, they shoot him, and then they shoot his friend. And the response is to shoot who shot my friend, and it becomes a retaliatory activity. Because they have the resources, it becomes a challenge for the police, the minister said, even as he commended the cops, arguing that had it not been for their intervention, the murder toll in the parish would have been higher. St. James has been the epicenter of the lucrative lottery scam in recent years, with several scammers using their ill-gotten gains to purchase high-end vehicles, properties, and guns, Chang said. However, he said the additional equipment and resources allocated to the police in the past few years have given them a better chance to fight the gangsters, but more needs to be done. There has been improvement for the police, but even that is not enough. I think there needs to be more of a community response, added Chang, as he pointed to the actions which need to be taken to reduce the lure of gangs for young boys in St. James. These, he said, include improved education and employment opportunities, as well as basic services which the state must provide. 69 new COVID-19 cases, 1 death. Jamaica recorded 69 new cases of the coronavirus and 1 death yesterday, pushing the country's total confirmed cases since the outbreak last year to 49,179 and the virus death toll to 990. According to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the latest death is an 86-year-old male from Kingston and St. Andrew. The new virus cases consist of 33 females and 36 males with ages ranging from 8 months to 91 years. The new cases were recorded in St. Catherine, 15, St. Anne, 10, Kingston and St. Andrew, 9, St. Mary, 7, Portland, 6, St. Elizabeth, 5, Westmoreland, 5, St. James, 4, St. Thomas, 3, Clarendon, 2, Hanover, 2, and Manchester, 1. The ministry said 188 patients recovered from the virus, pushing the total virus recoveries to 27,201. There are 20,613 active cases of the virus. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.